Hello everyone, in this lesson, we'll learn the basics of polygon modeling. In this example, we'll create a simple apple while learning the essential polygon modeling tools. First, let's create a polygon sphere. Hold down the right mouse button and select Face from the marking menu. Right now, we are in the default whole face selection mode. Let's change the face display settings to make modeling easier. Go to the Windows menu, select Settings Preferences, and open Preferences. Alternatively, you can click the Running Man icon at the bottom right corner of Maya. Go to the Selection category, and change Select Faces with to Center. Helping you avoid modeling mistakes once done, click Save. Now, you'll see a small dot appear in the center of every face. This mode makes it much easier to spot hidden or accidental faces. Let's go back to Object mode and press T on your keyboard. This opens the Inputs menu, where you can adjust the subdivision and density of your shape. No matter what you're modeling, it's always best to start with a low polygon count. Having too many faces right from the beginning can make the process very difficult to manage. The best approach is to block out the rough shape with fewer faces, and then gradually add edges as you refine the details. For this project, I'll set the radius to 3 and the subdivisions to 20 and 10. Press F on your keyboard to frame the selection. It's one of the most frequently used shortcuts, so definitely keep this one in mind. Now, let's select some edges. You can click them one by one, but if you hover over an edge and double-click, it will select the entire edge loop around the object. Let's select an edge loop, scale it, and move it up and down to start shaping the object. Switch to vertex mode, select the top vertices, and pull them down to shape the top indentation. Orbit the camera to look at the bottom. Select the bottom vertices and push or pull them to define the shape. Select the lower edge loops, and use the Move and Scale tools to shape the base. Once you have the rough shape ready, press 3 on your keyboard. You'll see the object smoothly transform. Polygon modeling deals with hard, blocky shapes, but we apply a smooth preview to soften the surfaces. Mode 3 is perfect for checking what your final, smooth model will look like. To go back to the base mesh, simply press 1. Looking at it in Mode 3, the top of our apple seems to lack enough edge definition. Let's add some edges to fix this. Go to the Mesh Tools menu and select the Insert Edge Loop tool, and your cursor will change. If you're a beginner, it's best to switch back to Mode 1 before adding edges, as Mode 3 can sometimes be confusing. Now that we've added the edge loop, the shape looks much more defined. Next, we're going to select and delete the faces where the stem will go. This time, press 4 on your keyboard. This switches to wireframe mode, allowing you to see through the object. To switch back to shaded mode, press 5. If you accidentally select parts you don't want to delete, hold down the Control key and drag over them to deselect. Once you have only the top center faces selected, hit Delete to remove them. Once deleted, you will be able to see the inside of the object. The interior appears black because every face in 3D software has a front side and a back side. By default, Maya displays the back face in black and the front face with proper shading. As a rule of thumb, the visible outer surface of your final model must always face forward. If the back faces are flipped outward, your materials and textures may not render correctly later on. Now, let's double-click the open edge loop at the top. Then, press Ctrl-E to extrude the edges. The official menu path for this tool is Edit Mesh Extrude. Tools with shortcuts listed next to their menu names are essential and frequently used, so it's highly recommended to memorize them. Let's grab the arrow on the manipulator and pull it upward. As you can see, a brand new set of faces is generated. Press W on your keyboard to switch back to the Move tool and adjust its position. Press Ctrl-E once more to extrude again. You can either move it directly using the Extrude manipulator or switch to the Move tool like I did. By default, the extrude axis aligns with the normals of the selected edges. We will cover the concept of normals in more detail in a separate lesson. This time, we will use the Scale tool to adjust the size and shape the object. For the next step, let's press G on your keyboard. The shortcut G is a powerful feature that repeats your last performed command. Instead of pressing the Extrude shortcut every time, using G will speed up your workflow significantly. Use the Move and Scale tools alternately to shape the stem. At the very top, scale the edges inward. And then we will close up this open hole. Extrude again. Then use Merge to Center to snap all the edges into one single point. Let's press 3 on your keyboard to preview it. As you can see, the transition between the stem and the body is too soft because the edge loops are too far apart. If you want to maintain a sharper edge in polygon modeling, you just need to add supporting edge loops close to it. Let's switch back to mode 1 and add some supporting edges using the Insert Edge Loop tool. By the way, if you want to exit the Insert Edge Loop tool, simply press Q to return to the standard Select tool. Now that the top is finished, orbit the camera to the bottom and refine the base using the exact same method. Finally, let's learn about soft selection. An incredibly useful feature for organic modeling. You can activate this by double-clicking the Move tool icon to open the tool settings, or simply by pressing B on your keyboard. With soft selection on, when you select a vertex or an edge, you'll see a colorful gradient affecting the surrounding area. To adjust the radius of this influence, hold down B and drag with your middle mouse button. Once the radius is set, let's move it using the Move tool. This allows you to deform the shape much more smoothly and naturally than moving a single vertex. Using this method, you can easily sculpt organic details, like the organic bumps and dents of an apple. To turn it off, just uncheck it in the tool settings or press B again. In this lesson, we covered extrude and soft selection, two of the most essential features in polygon modeling. In the next video, we'll explore more key functions under the Edit Mesh menu. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and hit the bell for more Maya tutorials. Thanks.